The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed on the Canna Connect show belong solely to the individuals and do not reflect those of Canna Connect and its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Canna Connect does not promote or facilitate any activity that violates state or federal regulations. Everything you hear here is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not legal advice, it is not financial guidance, and it's definitely not medical direction. Seriously, don't take our word for it. Even if someone on the mic sounds like they know what they're talking about, and they're probably crazy smart too. Regardless of how legit our guests may be, you should always do your own homework, consult with your attorney, and understand the risk you're taking before you do anything when it comes to cannabis. Our intention is to keep it real. If you've got a problem with anything we've said, take us to court.
So, Union Bank and Trust, Chief Deposit Officer Brandon Paget, great guy. He's now got Oliver Garcia Martinez on his team handling most of the cannabis banking. And then Paul is also helping with Union Bank, and Paul helps you figure out where you need to move your money. So if you got money, talk to Paul. If you need money, talk to Oliver. Okay, and we're back. Welcome back to the Canna Connect show, live from Lucky Leaf. Here we are. We're sitting down with the team from Union Bank and Trust. You may know Brandon Paget, but today you're going to meet Paul Ranisate and Oliver Gutierrez-Garcia. Both are employees at Union Bank and Trust. That's on Central Avenue, right northeast Minneapolis. I was there this week. It's a great bank. It's a phenomenal place, and they really serve the cannabis industry. You guys are doing it the right way, and that's why we love working with you.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we try. You know, there's a lot of complexity that comes with cannabis banking, but understanding and knowing what the regulations are as bankers is key, right? To make sure that we're bank is compliant, make sure operators are compliant, and just make sure that we're sounding great as a company, that we know what we're doing. We've been in the industry for 10 years in hemp.
Yeah.
So 2 years now.
Actually through the medical cannabis.
Yep. The medical cannabis. So 10 years in medical cannabis with the two MSOs that came into Minnesota when we first started.
Yep.
We were one of the banks, Stearns was another one. And we're still building an industry, and our name's out there, and we're excited for it. We want to build it right.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. This is why we offer the fees that we offer.
Right.
And it's a key thing that we want to do. We want to help build the industry. We want to grow it correctly.
Yeah.
You see that a lot of states mess it up, do things incorrectly, and Minnesota has this issue. But as a whole, I think Minnesota's doing phenomenal.
Right.
You know,
and generally speaking, if you're working with Union Bank and Trust, you may start working with Oliver to get onboarded, to get your paperwork in order. Once you've got money and you're figuring out what to do with it, you're going to probably start talking to Paul.
Correct. Yeah. So in my role, the biggest thing is making sure that they are staying compliant within our rules and regulations that are set in place from the banking standpoint as well as the government standpoint.
Okay.
So a lot of the times when people come to us after they do set their accounts up and want to speak in the sense of treasury management products, most of them don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Let's start there.
So that's the biggest thing. So on the treasury management side, obviously, first and foremost, you have all your online banking. Being able to get your e-statements, being able to look at your accounts through your online banking. But then going in a little bit deeper, we help with full product and money movement. So that's ACH, wire, as well as doing a lot on the side of protecting your accounts.
Okay.
So we have check positive pay. We have ACH alert. Biggest thing with that is a lot of places now still do checks. We recommend not doing that, but it's something businesses are still continuing to do. We're trying to get them away from that and go towards ACH because it is a lot safer route in the form of sending payments.
Okay.
A lot of our cannabis clients are doing that now. But again, on my side of things, the job is to make sure that I'm making sure that their risk evaluation of their accounts, as well as how much they can handle, is all within that, business realm in that sense of sending money out. Because if someone logs into their account and they don't know about it and they ACH all those funds out, it's gone. So it's like we want to make sure that risk isn't too much for our client.
Yep.
And that's where I would step in to be able to give them that coaching and training on all of our products, how everything works.
Okay.
Making sure that's easy for them to do their
I'd love to sit down with you.
Yeah.
One of these days. Yeah. How fast is the industry growing from a Union Bank and Trust perspective?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. When we first started getting into the adult rec and getting into these conventions and everything, you had a lot of dreamers, which is phenomenal. We love dreamers. They kind of give us a gear of how excited the industry is. But Now we're getting to the place where we're moving from a phase 1 to a phase 2 in the industry. People are getting rounded up. We're getting their buildings, selling product now. So a key thing with that now is we're getting people that are really understanding the industry and really excited and want to keep growing with it.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of inquiries with that nowadays. A lot of, like I said, a lot of was dreamers and kind of fell through with some of the operators, but now I'm getting operators that are really strong, that know what they're talking about, or still trying to figure it out, but just need some guidance. And we're always happy to help with that. But it's growing. I'm very excited for it. I got to hire some more bankers to keep up with demand. But
Would you say that you see a spectrum of size? I mean, granted, most of these companies are small and medium-sized companies,
Right.
but within their ability to be well capitalized, do you see a spectrum of very small, medium?
yeah. So right now it's ranging for my for at least our accounts. I have operators that still don't have any money in their account, but they're working on getting it funded or working on getting bills paid, and that's their main focus. But I also have operators that have $1 million in their account that are growing in the industry, that are open and operating. So I really have a big range of people that want to help out more, and people that I either hand over to Paul to ensure that they're getting their money movement, making sure the vendors are being paid, just because they're starting to grow and getting more locations opened up.
Okay.
So
I mean, we also have clients too that range even upwards of 10 mil. I mean, we have very large clients also. So most of our clients that we do see, yes, are on the smaller side, but we still do take on those larger clients.
Yeah.
And the reason for that being, and the reason they come to us, is because with our bank, we are located in one, branch in Minnesota and Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So it's like they really want to penetrate that market. They want to choose a bank that's going to help them do, and that's us. That's what we stand for. We want to make sure we're doing everything to help out the mom and pop shops.
Yep.
We've talked to a lot of other banks. We do see that they're still there for their clients, but there's a difference in the aspect of how they look at them. It's because they're cannabis related, then they priced out.
Right.
Yeah. They have so much. I mean, some of them can range anywhere from $100 to $500 a month. Yeah. For us, it's $15.
That's never been part of the plan.
Never are not.
not for us. Not for us. I mean, we're in the industry, right? And we've talked about this plenty of times. We were founded almost 50 years ago. It'll be 50 years in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
And we're
congratulations.
super excited for it.
Yeah.
Getting a logo.
New logo coming soon.
Don't know if I get a goal for that, by the way. But yeah,
Allegedly.
But we're super excited for it. The biggest reason why we're in the industry, right, is we're owned and operated by 24 labor unions, other Twin Cities. These are people that build roads, that keep the hospitals running, that keep water running in our city, electricity.
A lot of manual labor.
Yeah,
Right.
people that build a city and keep it running for us, right? And our board has seen the positive effects that THC or CBD have had in the members. Just getting off opioids, drinking, just ingesting things in their body that kills them slowly, right? So our board's like, hey, we're gonna get in this industry. We're not gonna price gouge. We're gonna charge what we've currently charged all our clients, because we want to build the industry and we want to help our members. And by building the industry, that's not by charging you $200-300 a month. And at the end of the day, you're paying $30,000 in bank fees when that's another banker. That's another product. That's a new employee. That's marketing. That's a new location. That's a startup right there. So we're in the industry to help people grow. If people don't know kind of what their footing is, we're more than happy to talk and break it down for them a bit further. But there is just a range of new to very experienced.
Yes. The labor union side is something that I'm learning more about. How much experience did you two have with labor unions prior to joining Union Bank and Trust? Zero.
Same as well. Zero for cannabis or labor union. I had no idea about cannabis banking at all when I first started here. I worked for Fortune 500 banks.
Okay.
And cannabis was a no-go. You cannot talk about it. Do not touch it. That's
Federally illegal.
Federally illegal. Do not touch it. You hear cannabis, don't talk to them.
So how does Union Bank get around that?
So that's a great question. So since Union Bank and Trust is a state chartered bank,
Okay.
we are allowed to follow more of the Minnesota law, but still follow FDIC guidance.
Okay.
So that's how we're regulated by the state, not regulated by the U.S. government, but we still have to follow FDIC rules.
Okay.
So that's how we're able to be in the market as well and have more wiggle room versus Fortune 500 banks.
That makes sense.
And the complexity and the compliance reasons that go into it as well for Fortune 500 banks.
Yes.
If they open that line of business to themselves, that's $100 million that they have to put in a new department, site visits, new BSA officers, new bankers.
The scale that they operate at.
The scale would just be so big, for them, it wouldn't be worth the cost.
Okay.
So
Yeah, when I first started here, I actually have 3 years of cannabis experience, the banking side.
Oh, wow.
So for me, there's a lot I did. What I kind of do now, the risk evaluation of clients when they're getting onboarded, everything like that. That's been my job. And I continue that now. But when I first started here, and Oliver was kind of walking me through some of the product details and the costs and all this stuff, I literally thought he was joking. Like, it just because at my last bank, they were charging me. Yeah, exactly. They were charging almost $1,000 a month for clients just to have an account within the cannabis side. And when he said $15 a month for this, we don't overcharge for treasury management services or anything like that. I was like, this is what a bank should say.
Okay.
We're not standing for bottom dollar, bring anyone and everyone in.
Yeah.
We want them to stand for what we see in the sense of the union space. Every single cannabis client we bring on, they actually have to sign a labor peace agreement.
Okay.
So that just stipulates that after they hit that 10 employees or higher, they at least have to be able to get to top to something within the union.
It's an option.
We don't want to scare anyone away from that. That's not something that should scare you away, but it's just a great way to have better conversations and open conversations.
Now, forgive me if you already explained this, but go through it again. Treasury management services. Who's an ideal client that needs treasury management services? Or is there a certain amount of experience or wealth that you gain when you start to need treasury management services? Or where does that start to come into play?
To be honest, for me, I recommend treasury management services right off the bat, whether you're a mom and pop shop, you're a large conglomerate, whatever it may be, because with treasury management services, it makes your day-to-day financing and money movement so much easier. A lot of people are, like I said, still writing checks. Some people still don't even accept wires or checks, whatever it may, or they accept checks but not wires or ACH. That's something where I feel like now with the federal government, they no longer accept checks themselves. So now I feel people are going to start coming into fruition with that and be like, hey, we need to start pushing to electronic payments as well.
I see.
Right. And that's where I'd step in, and that's where I would have, those talks and discussions with them and what they do with their money, how they're sending their money, how they're even getting their money. Because a lot of the times, like I said, we're one small bank in the sense of physical footprint, but we have clients all across the U.S.
Okay.
So for us, in that way, that's why our costs are also low on our treasury side, because we want banking to be more simple for them.
Nice. Yeah, it resonates with me.
Yeah, exactly. And we have cannabis clients that are 2-3 hours away from us, even farther away than that.
Yeah.
And again, we just want to make it easier for them to be able to have, just that, operating account or just an account with cash, and where they'll go and make their deposit close to them.
Yeah.
But then they can pull all their funds right out of there from their online banking with Union Bank.
Yes.
Still receiving that smaller fee or no fee at all, whatever measure.
What are some of the improvements? What are some of the behind-the-scenes things that Union Bank and Trust is working on to be even more of a better solution for folks? So modern-day solutions, right? There's work happening.
Yep.
What can you share?
Yeah, no, I can give you a bit of insight on my side, at least. We are working towards getting a new system to help us onboard our clients a little simpler via online, ensuring that, we get the information as quickly as they give it to us and try to get that ball rolling a little quicker for them.
Right.
That also comes with its own complexities, but
of course,
it's easier for the operators, especially when they're 2-3 hours away. They can't drive over to Minneapolis to sign some papers, or even if they want to come meet the team or anything like that,
Yeah.
So just a little easier for them. I know Paul has some projects that he's working on his side as well, just to make it more accessible for our clients and kind of just upgrade us from 1990 to 2020.
There we go. A new Microsoft upgrade.
Yep. So me and Paul wear a lot of hats. A lot of it PM as well.
The biggest thing too that a lot of our clients are running into, obviously, is the payment solution side as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Being able to use your debit cards, credit cards, all of that, and how that kind of works with adult recreation compared to other parts within the cannabis industry. And for us, we're really happy we partner with Evolve.
He did.
They are very knowledgeable when it comes to that kind of stuff, in the sense of doing doing payments, ATMs, cashless ATMs, everything like that. Being able to have that partnership with them and doing what's best for our clients, it's made a huge difference.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Let's go.
so much. Yes, we're very happy.
Don Raleigh III, everybody. Shout out to Don over at Evolve. He works really hard to understand the marketplace and what's legal and what's compliant.
Exactly.
He's got a really good head on his shoulders when it comes to being a straight shooter, because there is a lot of zigzag that happens in how cash moves in this industry.
Especially in payment processing,
Okay.
Yeah, because once the thing too is once you get blacklisted, if they find out you're using credit cards and stuff like that, once you get blacklisted, you can no longer use cashless ATMs. You can no longer use any of your payment processing that's up at your desk. There's a lot of background knowledge that you need before you truly do think, oh, hey, I'm just gonna step into this thinking it's all easy and whatever. Maybe reach out to your bank, really have those conversations.
Yeah.
Be able to have them connect you with the right people so you can start on a date.
Okay. Wow. And how long have you guys been working with Evolve officially?
It's been a little under a year now.
A little under a year.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we already have a couple of clients that are set up with them.
Good.
They absolutely love them. They have nothing bad to say. Like I said, we have a great partnership with them. I have good conversations.
Yeah. Evolve Payment. You go check them out online. New to cannabis banking when you started, a little bit of experience. Are you feeling the momentum? Are you seeing it here at Lucky Leaf? How are the conversations going at the booth?
Honestly, it's going really good. Probably like 50% of everyone that's come up to the booth has our existing clients already.
Okay.
So just kind of catching up with them, but I've been getting a lot of referrals. Like, hey, one of your clients actually referred me over to you guys. I just got one clients 3 hours north, but they're coming over to us just because they had a good experience with their other partner. So just building up the industry that way. But
word of mouth is a big part of customer acquisition in banking.
Huge.
Okay.
Well, for us too, we're a smaller bank, so it's not like we're throwing marketing up on TVs, radios, all that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, you're not on 394,
No,
494.
exactly. Yes, it's the difference with us is we really want to come to a lot of these expos and make ourselves be seen.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a lot better with that face-to-face interaction and more customer service experience.
Yes.
That's what our bank is about.
Okay.
Our doors are always open. We love when people come in and want to have a conversation with us.
Yeah.
A little deeper dive into that financial side of it all.
It's a blast from the past when you walk into Union Bank.
It is. But I love it. I feel like you get that warm feeling of, hey, I'm going into a bank and I can actually just go to talk to my banker because I know my banker's there.
There's real people.
It's not, oh, well, you gotta wait. You gotta here's the screen. You can talk to this person over the screen. And it's like, sure, that's great, but talking to someone face to face, we're human, right?
Yeah.
We want to have that interaction.
Human to human.
Yeah, you still have those banks where you're on the phone with customer service for an hour, 2 hours, and I've worked at big banks like that.
Yeah.
It's hard. You put all that effort into building that relationship with the client, and then they leave because not on your own fault, but because they can't get a hold of the right people.
I had a late fee on my Best Buy card on accident. I couldn't get a hold of anyone at Citibank. I finally hit the buttons in the right order that they just waived the late fee.
Oh, no kidding.
Because they
didn't want to have that.
It's cheaper for them to waive the late fee than to have somebody on the line. But it's interesting, man.
And banks are like that, they're all going towards the AI. AI is moving up forward,
right?
So where you're like, oh, you tell it what to do over the phone, it's gonna try to direct you the best way. But once again, you're dealing with a robot. You're not dealing with a person. You call our bank, someone answers, and it's someone that can help you, or not. If not help you, guide you to the correct person.
Yeah, we have all of our direct lines as well as our cell phone numbers on all of our email, signature lines on our business cards, every key. So we want to try and make sure that they understand we're here for them.
Yeah.
And that whenever they need us, we'll make sure they.
Exactly. Any calls that come up to customer service gets directly routed to my phone as well, my personal phone, just to ensure that we're not missing any calls, making sure that we're contacting our clients when they're calling us to ensure that we're helping them the best we can.
I really like the culture at Union Bank and Trust, and that's why I've sought out Brandon and the entire team, and thanks to Sean. Sean came to the Lucky Leaf After Party 2025.
Yeah, Sean.
Tonight we're gonna rip it up, though, guys. Tonight is gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, Brandon and Sean have changed the way that bank is moving forward. Yeah. They really have. Just the atmosphere, the culture they create, not for just the employees, but for clients that are coming in and the conversations that they have. It's different to have a client just come back, hey, can I speak to your CEO? Your CEO walks right out the door. Hey, yeah, you don't get that. Actually, yeah, you should have don't get that personal experience.
I can see it.
And that's exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, amazing. So if folks want to get in touch with Union Bank and Trust, they want to set up an account, maybe they're a customer, but let's focus on the people that aren't customers. What's the best way to get in touch?
Best way to get in touch would be via either LinkedIn or email. My LinkedIn is Oliver Gutierrez-Garcia. My email is OGUTIERREZGARCIA@UBTMN.
And you guys have a great website. You got cannabis right on the front page.
Yep. If you go to our website at ubtmn.com, there's a contact form, and all of us in customer service get that. So
it also shows our whole list of executives, the team, everything like that, and how to get hold of each and every one of them. And at the bottom, we do have a customer service number. Okay. Again, does not go to a customer service line out in the abyss. Goes directly to him and his team right home branch.
You guys are doing great work. I know you're busy. I hope you stay busy. I hope it continues to grow for me, for you, for all of us in the industry.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me over.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Let's see you.
Yeah, you too.
That's Union Bank and Trust.